Hi students, welcome to Narayana online digital classes. This is Shivkrishna, chemistry faculty. Today I am going to discuss 26th to 2021 second shift JEE mains paper. Let us see one by one. Yes students, question number 1, match the columns. Here they given diazonium salt, aryl diazonium salts. In the presence of copper halides, they undergo Sandmeyer reaction. In the presence of copper as HCl, undergo Gutterman reaction. And aryl halides with sodium diether, they gives Fittig reaction. Alkyl halides with sodium diether, they will give Woods reaction. Therefore, you match like this. Okay, which is the option that will be the correct answer? So 1, 2 and 1, 2 and B1, sorry, A2 and B1 and C4 and D3. Here is the option. Second option is the correct option for that. Go for the second question, students. Yes, second one is also they given as match the columns. Sucrose. Sucrose is a disaccharide of what is that? Alpha glucose and beta fructose. And next, lactose. Lactose is a disaccharide of beta galactose and beta glucose. And maltose. Maltose is a glucose disaccharide, that is alpha glucose and alpha glucose. 2, 3, 1. Where is the option 2, 3, 1? Yes, here is the option. So for the second question, fourth is the key. Third question. Which of the following give positive test with cearic ammonium nitrate? Yes, cearic ammonium nitrate is alcohol, chloroform and alkali, that is primary amine. Alcohol and primary amine. Where is that? Yes, here is the answer. Selivanov test and xanthoprotic test. Generally, Selivanov test is used for carbohydrate. Xanthoprotic test is used for proteins. Carbohydrate and protein is used to distinguish as ketone and protein. That is only answer. Is it right? Ketosis. Ketosis is a carbohydrate and protein. You can distinguish it by using Selivanov's test and xanthoprotic test. Next, go for the next question. If you observe the students, aldehydes, which is a aldehyde, both aldehydes are present within the same molecule. Both are having alpha hydrogens. Both are having alpha hydrogen, and we are using sodium hydroxide base followed by heating. That is a intramolecular aldol condensation. That means this one and this one both condenses and produces water. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7-membered, okay, alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl will come. 7-membered, yes, here is the 7-membered alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound occurred. Therefore, the answer must be 4. Go for the next question, student. Zinc amalgam, zinc HCl, that is nothing but Clemmensen reduction, which causes C double bond O become CH2. C double bond O become CH2. Then that will become like this. A alkane will appear, which on chromium trioxide, high temperature and high pressure, which means that aromatization, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cyclization followed by dehydrogenation. That is the purpose of chromium trioxide upon heating. Due to that, cyclization followed by dehydrogenation. Dehydrogenation is nothing but aromatization. Then you are getting ethyl benzene. So this is the answer, students. Okay, now go for the next question, student. Yes, SOCl2, that is sulfuryl chloride. What is the purpose of sulfuryl chloride? Which converts alcohol to alkyl halides. Alcohol to alkyl halides. So this primary alcohol and this secondary alcohol become halides, but this is a phenol. Actually, what is present here? Yes, here this lone pair is in conjugation with a benzene ring. Due to that, there is a double bond character between the carbon and oxygen. This is not ready to undergo halogen substitution, nucleophilic substitution as easily as these two. That is why it does not affected. These two only affected. Where is that option? Here is that option. So therefore, for the 7th question, option 3 is the correct answer, students. Go for the next. Yes. What will be the correct basic strength order of the given following amines? Basic strength order or KB? Both are same, student. Given phenyl methyl amine. Phenyl methyl amine. A option. N dimethyl aniline. N dimethyl aniline. N-methyl aniline. Next, benzene amine. Benzene amine is nothing but aniline itself. Okay, na student? In all of them, if you observe second, third and fourth, the lone pair is in conjugation with benzene ring. But here is the only amine. Okay, no conjugation, it is alkyl amine, this is the highest one. Where is the first one is highest? Here and here. And next one, all of them, here methyl group is there, 2 methyl groups are there. That is why 1 greater than 2, 2 greater than 3, 3 greater than 4. 4 is the least, 1 is the highest. Where is the option? Yes, here is the option. Why? Because 2 donating group, 1 donating group, no donating group. Here the completely lone pair is in conjugation, but here no lone pair is in conjugation. So therefore, they are not involved in conjugation, mean they are ready to donate for outside. Therefore, what is that? Phenyl methylamine is the highest and benzenamine is the least. Yes, students, this is a good question. Here, you observe that benzaldehyde. Here is a formaldehyde in the presence of base. Every time we are getting one doubt where there is a no chance of alpha hydrogen with the given aldehyde in the presence of base. They must undergo cross-Cannizzaro reaction. Yes or no? Why? Because the aldehydes are different. Now, whenever formaldehyde is present in the Cannizzaro reaction, always formaldehyde become acid and the other aldehyde become alcohol according to Cannizzaro reaction. Therefore, this become benzyl alcohol. So, this is the benzyl alcohol first product which on reaction with sodium hydride which gives sodium ethoxide, sodium benzoxide, then still it was unaffected, followed by ethyl bromide they given. Ethyl bromide they given which undergoes substitution like what is that, Williamson synthesis. Then we are getting 2 ethers. Like this, the compound is formed from the second step, and the last step, third step, HI addition. Upon heating, what happen always? Here this bond only breaks. Why? Because this bond cannot be broke down, and here this bond will be break. Why? Because this is the most stable carbocation. So CH2I, here H plus will come. So here alcohol part and this is iodine part. Then the answer must be CH2I and OH. This is the answer. Where is that option? CH2I and OH. This is the regular question which is appearing in examinations. Okay, na student? Now go for the next one. Yes, which of the following oxides are acidic? Generally calcium oxide is basic, B2O3 is acidic. Here student, it's mistake, B2O3 that is the acidic and SiO2 acidic, both are acidic. Zinc oxide amphoteric, B2O3 is acidic. That is why wrong answer. Zinc oxide amphoteric, CaO acidic. That's why answer should be 2 is the correct answer for the given question. Yes. Which among the following will give positive 2,4-DNP test? 2,4-DNP test generally given by carbonyl compounds, that is aldehydes and ketones. Where is the answer? Here is the answer. So option 1 is correct answer for given question number 11. Yes, arrange increasing order of electron gain enthalpy. You please note down this. Electron gain enthalpy. Generally, electron gain enthalpy top to bottom what happened? Decreases. Electron gain enthalpy top to bottom decreases. But abnormally, because of smallest size, acts in as least electron gain enthalpy. Therefore, answer should be sulfur greater than, selenium greater than, tellurium, and oxygen is less. Where is that option? That will be the correct answer. Yes, option 1 is the correct answer. This is memory based questions. Next, thallium I3 isomorphous to cesium I3. Yes, here thallium plus 1, I3 minus 1, cesium plus 1, I3 minus 1 due to inert pair effect. That is, okay, due to inert pair effect, thallium plus 1 is more stable than thallium plus 3. Therefore, they are isomorphous. Oxidation number of thallium is plus 1. That is correct only. Thallium has 14 F electron. Yes, but it is not the reason. That means assertion and reason both are true, but reason is not the correct explanation for the assertion. Where is the option? Assertion is true, reason is true, and reason is not the correct explanation for the assertion. What is the reason? Inert pair effect is the reason. Because of that 14 electron, okay, because of that 14 electron causes what is that? Less shielding power. Due to that, more attraction. That is called as inert pair effect. Next, which of the following emits a energy beta particle? Yes, who is that in the given? This is protium, this is what is that? Deuterium, this is proton, this is tritium. Yes, tritium is the radioactive element which causes beta emission. Yes or no? Everybody knows that one. That is the tritium 1H3. You can go for that N by P value also. N is the number of neutrons 2 and protons are 1. N by P value is more for, that is 2 by 1 is more for 1H3. That is the only radioactive. Next question, student. FeCl3 in hot water, which collide? Which is the charge on the particle? Yes, FeCl3 hot water always produces, that is, first it precipitates ferric hydroxide, which is absorbed by Fe plus 3 ions. Okay, which is absorbed by Fe plus 3 ion. Due to this, okay, peptidization, this causes positive charge. So, positive charge colloids are appeared. Now go for the next, student. This is completely again memory based one. That is Decaun's process. Generally, Decaun's process is for chlorine preparation. Van Arkel process, refining techniques. Okay, titanium refining technique. Solvay process for sodium carbonate preparation. Kastner-Kellner process for sodium hydroxide preparation. This is the correct option for the given thing, students. You see PRSQ. PRSQ. Where is that answer? Here is the answer. Okay, now students. Go for the next question. Yes. Bond order. This question is based on MOT, molecular orbital theory. Ne2 bond order is 0. N2 bond order is 3. O2 bond order is 2. F2 bond order is 1. Simple question, but everybody knows that. According to MOT, you can prove that also. That is, bond order is equal to number of bonding electrons minus number of anti-bonding electron by 2. Okay, for neon, bond order is 0 and N2 is 3, O2 is 2, F2 is 1. Okay, now next, go for the next question, students. Yes, students, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding to the Calgon process for the treatment of hard water? Calgon. Okay, generally this is also called Graham's salt. That is Na6P6O18. That is Na2Na4PO3 volt taken 6. This is called Calgon. Generally, on this Calgon, if you pass hard water, what is hard water consist of? The calcium and magnesium salts, either chlorides or sulfates. When you pass this hard water through the Calgon, which replaces Na plus ions by Ca plus 2 ion, then it becomes calcium Calgon, that is Na4 and PO3 taken 6 plus 2 Na plus. The Na plus goes to soft water and the Ca plus 2 is abstracted by Calgon. Therefore, generally Calgon consists of second most abundant element in the earth crust. Second most abundant element is calcium. Is it calcium it consists? No, it consists of sodium. This is a wrong statement. First statement is the wrong statement. It does not precipitate Ca plus 2. Yes, it does not precipitate Ca plus 2. It is taken by Ca plus 2. Next, Calgon is a polymeric and water soluble. Yes, water soluble, and is also called Graham salt. So option 2, 3, 4 are correct regarding to that. What is that, Nana? Calgon, and the first one is the wrong one because it contains second most abundant. No, that consists of sodium. That is the what is it? Calgon. Next, go for the next one. Again, match the columns. Siderite. Generally, what is siderite? Siderite is FeCO3. What is calamine? ZnCO3. What is malachite? That is nothing but copper. That is copper carbonate and copper hydroxide mixture. What is cryolite? Na3Al F6. So, who is that siderite? Siderite consists of iron, calamine consists of zinc, and malachite consists of copper, cryolite consists of aluminum. So QRPS, where is the option? QRPS, that is the first option is correct for the given question, student. That means you should have a grip on the words and their formulas. Okay, students, let us go for the next question. 20th question. They given zinc to Zn plus 2, that is left side act as a oxidation. Zn become Zn plus 2 electron, and 2 electrons but taken by 2Az plus, it become 0.1 m. This is 0.01 m. It become 2Ag, and the overall reaction becomes Zn plus 2Az plus, it become Zn plus 2 plus 2Az is the solid and solid. If you go for nearest equation, E cell is equal to E naught right minus E naught of left, okay, minus 0.0591 by log of products Zn plus 2 concentration by Az plus concentration square. That is the thing. E naught right is nothing but Az plus 2 Az. They given Az plus 2 Az 0.8 minus of minus, that is 0.76 volts, minus 0.059 by 2 and that is E cell is equal to E naught of Az plus 2 Az 0.8 plus, that is 0.76 minus of minus 0.0591 by 2 log of Zn plus 2 concentration only. Zn plus 2 is 10 power minus 1 by Az plus, that is 10 power minus 2 whole square, that become 10 power minus 4. After solving this total, you will get that volts, you are converting volts into, they given in coulombs. Okay, then the answer become 147 into 10 to the power of minus 2, that is x they given is 147 is the answer. 147 into 10 power minus 2. Here in this one, the logic is Az plus whole square you should write. That is the balanced chemical equation. Number 2, while you are substituting that E naught value, both of them must be reduction values, reduction potential values. Okay, now go for the next question, students. Yes, for the complex, see, oxalato, okay, dioxalato, bromo, nitro, okay, total number of stereoisomers. They mentioned NO2, directly they mentioned NO2. Okay, then you can write 3 stereoisomers. How do that, students? That is cobalt, oxalato. Generally oxalato is nothing but C double bond O minus and C double bond O minus. That is the thing. Instead of that, directly I am showing like this, and bromine and NO2. Okay, N minus 3. This is which form, students? Cis form. Has no plane of symmetry. That is why it can exist as a dextro as well as levo. And if you go for the, what is that, students? Cobalt and dioxalato. You can write directly like this also. Don't worry. In this way also we can show if you want. Double bond O, bromine and NO2. This is which form? Trans form. This is the trans form and this is the cis form. Trans form having plane of symmetry. This is optically inactive. Optically inactive. So he was mentioned stereoisomer. The possible stereoisomers are 1, 2, 3. That is total possible isomers are 3. Cis having 2 optically active, trans is optically inactive. Let us go for the next one, students. Yes. Enthalpy of formation of sulfur they given, enthalpy of formation of what is that, fluorine they given, and SF6 also they given. Determine the bond energy of SF bond. Simple. The SF bond energy. So enthalpy of formation of SF6 is equal to, what you can write? Reactants minus products. Reactants, that is sulfur 275 plus 6 into, what is that? 80 minus, what is that? 6 into enthalpy of SF bond energy. Then you bring this side and you go bring that side, that one. 6 into enthalpy of SF bond energy. Okay, otherwise six into bond energy of SF, then 6 into bond energy of SF is equal to 275 plus 6 into 80. This one you bring this side minus SF6. Enthalpy of formation is equal to 1100 minus 1100. They given. The total E comes. Then bond energy of SF is equal to the total value X by 6. That is 1855 by 6. You will get that 309.16 kilojoules per mole. This is the answer. Simple. Enthalpy of formation of SF6 equal to bond energy of reactant minus bond energy. Why, sir? S plus 6F become SF6. Bond energy of reactant minus bond energy of products. Okay, so bond energy, 6 SFs are there. 6 into bond energy of SF, 6 into bond energy of S, bond energy of fluorine. Yes, they given total enthalpy of reaction. This is enthalpy of reaction, SF6. We got like that. Okay, go for the next question, student. Yes, you see how much sodium nitrate is required to prepare 50 ml aqua solution. How much sodium nitrate is required to prepare 50 ml aqua solution to get 70 mg Na plus, what is that, per ml of solution. Okay, now you see mass of Na plus ion in the 50 ml equal to, that is 70 milligram and 50. The total mass of Na plus given is 3500 milligrams. Generally, sodium ion weight 23 gram, that is 23,000 milligram. Present in NaNO3 molecular weight is 85 grams, that is 23,000 milligram Na plus is present in 85,000 milligrams of NaNO3. Then given milligram of sodium plus present in how much NaNO3? That is this one, that is equal to 129.3478 grams. Convert them into gram, into 1000. Okay, by 1000. Then by doing 1000 division, 129.3478 grams of NaNO3 is required. Okay, students, this is the simplest way. Go for the next question. Yes, fraction of molecule crossing activation energy barrier e power minus x, determine the x. Generally, in the Arrhenius equation, okay, rate equation, rate is equal to z into e power minus Ea by RT. Is it right? Rate is equal to P into z into e power minus Ea by RT. This is called the number of, or the fraction of molecule which are having more than activation energy. This part indicates. This is called collision frequency. This is called probability factor P. This is called collision frequency. The number of molecule which are undergoing, okay, collision per second in per unit area. This is called fraction of molecule having activation energy. Sorry, fraction of molecule which are having energy greater than or equal to activation energy is this part indicates. Each one in the Arrhenius equation, each one indication. Now they are asking fraction of molecule. Then F is equal to e power minus Ea by RT. That is e power Ea. Activation energy they given. What is that? 80.3 into 10 power 3 joules. Why? Because they given kilojoules. R value 8.314 joules into temperature 700. After doing so, you will get that e power minus 13.8. If you want that, determine the x. X as an integer, that is e power minus 14. Otherwise, e power minus 13.8 is the answer. Okay, student. This is the way we can calculate the answers. That is, this is the fraction of molecule which are having energy greater than activation energy. This is the indication in the Arrhenius equation. Okay, student. Now go for the next. Ratio of octahedral voids and number of lattice point in FCC crystal. Already you know, student, in every crystal lattice, number of lattice points, let us say x. Then octahedral voids become also x. Therefore, ratio of voids to number of lattice point, x by x is equal to 1. So the ratio of octahedral voids in a crystal structure is 1:1, that is equal to 1. Simple one. FCC generally 4 will be there. 4 by 4 is equal to 1. Simple question. If it is tetrahedral voids, double the number of what is that lattice points it is present. Go for the next question, student. In mildly alkaline KMnO4 reacts with thiosulfate. Yes, MnO4 minus 1. Okay, alkaline medium with thiosulfate, S2O3 minus 2, Na2S2O3, that is like hypo. To yield a species A containing sulfur, what is the oxidation state of sulfur in A? It become MnO2. Why? Because this 7 become plus 4 in mild alkaline medium or dilute alkali medium, and the sulfur oxidized to SO4 minus 2. Then in this one, this is the product. What is the oxidation state of sulfur in this one? That is plus 6. That is the answer. Oxidation state is 6. Okay, student. Now go for the next. Calculate the pH of ammonium phosphate. Ammonium phosphate solution. That is nothing but which is a, what is that? Weak acid and weak base salt. For weak acid and weak base salt, the pH is equal to half into pKw minus pKa plus pKa minus pKb. That is half into what is that? 14 pKw plus 4.75 minus 5.23. After doing so, you will get 6.76 is the answer. Is the easiest way. How to identify mean? The ammonium hydroxide it came. That is a weaker. A phosphate, phosphoric acid give. That is weaker. That is the both are coming from weak acid and weak base. That is why this is strong as well as this is strong. This is a salt of weak acid and weak base. The weak acid and weak base salt pH equal to pKw by 2 plus half into pKa minus pKb. Anything you can write. Okay. Then directly they given all the things in your question only. Directly I substituted. I got the answer 6.76. Understood, students? Go for the next question, student. Yes. Yes, students. 12.2 gram benzoic acid is added to 100 grams of water, and the TF of the solution, that is freezing point of the solution they given. Consider n number of benzoic acid molecules. N number of benzoic acid molecule, okay, are associated into C6H5COH. Whole taken n. Calculate the n. 100% association. That is alpha is equal to 1. Okay. Then 100% association takes place. That means we have to calculate n value. Before going to calculate n value mean alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. And you should know 1/2 factor I. How to calculate? That is delta TF is equal to I into KF into M. The delta TF value already for what is that? They given is benzoic acid solution, and that is 0.93 is equal to I into KF. KF is 1.86, and molality of benzoic acid, yes, 12.2. That is molality 12.2 by what is that? 122 into 1000 by what is the weight? 100 grams of water. That is both all are cancelled. You are getting 1 molal. That is 1 molal solution, and the water boiling point is 100 degrees. That is 0.93 is the freezing point. Then I is equal to, you will get 0.93 by 1.86, 2 times it will goes. I is equal to 1 by 2. Now you substitute. I is equal to 1 by 2. Then after 1 is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by n minus 1. Then n is equal to 2. That is 2 molecules are associated. This is the simplest way. And first you calculate 1/2 factor I. After then you substitute in this one. Alpha equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. Where for association, for dissociation alpha is equal to I minus 1 by n minus 1. Here alpha, degree of dissociation 100%. Then alpha equal to, association is 100%. Then alpha equal to 1. Now, thank you very much, students.